Hi there, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I'm attempting to cash budget my way out of debt and fix several years of financial misbehaviour. And if that's something you're interested in following along with, please don't forget to stick around and check out the other content that I have created for you on this channel. Now, I am back for the time being with a debt catch up and small change pay to debt type video. For those of you who saw my community post earlier in the week, you'll be aware of why things abruptly stopped. For those of you that didn't, I very unexpectedly lost my granddad last week. He was not ill to the point of expecting him to pass. I'm trying to word this properly. He was someone who we thought we would have I don't know, maybe another year with, maybe. Certainly not in full health, but equally not at death's door. So I'm getting this video done and out of the way to keep on track. And in terms of my upload schedule for the interim for November, I will either throw myself into being busy and filming and just trying to cram and fill every spare hour of the day, in which case you'll see daily videos, or I may be a little bit more intermittent than I have been. So please just bear that in mind. That is the reason why. But debt waits for no man, the living nor the dead. And yeah, let's keep on going with the debt payoff journey and the debt snowball that I have started. So let's start with just quickly bringing you up to speed with everything that I have paid for, because it has been probably 2 or 3 weeks since I have done this. So in the last 2 or 3 weeks I have completely paid off AJJB law. Now, this was due to be paid off in full over the course of November. Initially it was going to be a £121 total payment, and then I was going to use the small change challenges that I have been, or the small change that I've been doing and accumulating, to pay off the rest. However, the goal for November was to pay this off, and bearing in mind that I don't know what my schedule is going to be, I don't know what my organisation is going to be like, I don't know if I'm going to have the headspace to get on and do a video, I decided that I was going to just pay this and clear this when my bursary got paid. And actually the potential cash flow squeeze that would have caused was mitigated by the fact that I've been on compassionate leave for the past week, so I did not have to pay to put petrol in my car. So that has balanced that cash flow issue. It therefore means that the small change that is in here that I'm chunking through my debt on is going to be going to One Call Debt Recovery as the next smallest debt that I have sorted out. Under the circumstances of last week, I did not manage to get any debt admin in terms of my other accounts sorted. They were not a priority, so they will be pushed back in terms of can I get any minimum payments sorted, do they still exist, etc. That will be pushed back to Christmas time now. I paid my £300 overpayment to my guarantor. Credit Spring was paid off before my bursary payment was paid to me for this month, so I used the last of my YouTube income for October and completely cleared Credit Spring. So Credit Spring has been completely paid off, and then Overdale's had their payment go out in the middle of October as well. So all of these need ticking off and colouring in some form or another. So we're going to start by doing that first, and then bring these up to speed, and then we'll deal with this. This £1,320 is Overdale's, and each ball is worth 33. So this is, there we go. So we do a ball and a third for that one. This one, okay, so each ball is worth 52. And I have done 164 plus 35 divided by 52 is 3.8. So I'm going to colour in 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do this cluster here. I may, it sounds silly, I may not be my normal peppy self for a little bit. which is quite understandable. So these may not be the most high energy videos that you've been used to watching and my lovely new subscribers have gotten used to, and a really regular upload schedule. And at the minute I am just very much going through the motions and not even the emotions, because I don't actually feel anything at the minute. So that's going on quite alarmingly. I'm not feeling anything positive or negative. Okay, so this large one is for the guarantor. Each balloon is £100 regardless of the size of the balloon, so we'll do another 3 in this baby pink as well, just because that is to hand. And then we will go to... Right, so that's those 3 done, and then let's look at where I'm going to start with Overdales, who are next on the Snowball. I'll do a full Snowball update for you in terms of my binder at some point in the next run of videos. Again, that might be tomorrow's video. It might be in 2 weeks' time. We will absolutely see. Right, let's get those away. Right, those pens are done. Okay, so for those of you that are new here, or those of you who haven't seen this video, I'm just going to, style a video before, I'm just going to very quickly take a sip of my Velvetizer hot chocolate, peanut butter flavoured, with Mr. Hammy Dodger just there. So, the way this works is I accumulate my small change. Now, unless I deliberately choose to put a pound coin in here because it doesn't have a place in any of my envelopes, you will only ever find the bronze coins and the silver coins. I will put into Percy Piggy Bank the 10 pennies, the 5 pennies, the 2 pennies and the 1 pennies. When Percy Piggy Bank is full, and he is, oh goodness me, and he is about halfway full at the minute. When he is full, I will then do a full count up, and that will we'll see how much I have, and I'll make a decision about what I'm going to do. I may tottle it all down to Tesco's, feed it into the self-scanning machines, and put it towards a food shop. I may see what fits into coin bags, and if I get, say, £5 worth that easily fits into a coin bag, I'll pay it towards my debt. I don't know. I don't have an account which just allows me to just freely deposit the change. It has to go into the right denominational bags. So when I have been saving my small change, and this is about 2 to 3 weeks worth, I tend to have most of this at the start of the month because that's when I do most of my spending, and then it tails off towards the end of the month when things calm down a bit. So these kind of, I've got a couple of these. I've got one that sits up here. I've got this one which sits in my kitchen, and I just chuck at the end of the day all of my small change in here. What I immediately do first of all is I pull out the aforementioned denomination so I know what I'm left with, and I religiously stuff them into Percy Postbox, which was a stocking gift that I got last year for Christmas, which is going to be very weird this year because he was going to be there. And we're actually almost at the postbox point. Okay. Oh, no, come back. Okay, and then that sits out of the way, and we'll come back out again when I next do this video. What I am left with is 20p's and 50p's. Now, this is what I work off each week or every other week, or whenever I do this type of video. I will count up all of these and I will see what I'm left with. So let's do that first of all. So I've got £1, £2. I inevitably end up with a large amount of 20p's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's come off one of them. £7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have £8 left. The way this now works is I will go to wherever I'm sitting on my Snowball, and in this case it is one called Debt Recovery, which I keep wanting to say Overdales, and I think it's because they both start with an O. One called Debt Recovery, which are the next on my Snowball that I've currently arranged and I'm dealing with, and I'm paying minimum payments towards. Now, that I like this way, it's something that I stumbled across, because actually if you are lower on the income scale or your income is inconsistent, I was able to, just by using this, reduce my balance down on Credit Spring, which wasn't due to be cleared off until or even started to be dealt with until the beginning of November. AJJB wasn't going to be dealt with until January, and one called Debt Recovery, who we're now starting, it wasn't due to be dealt with until at some point next year. And I just went through and just chunked down in little bits, £15 here, £5 there, £8 there, £6 there, plus the minimum payments and the Snowball, and I was able to completely clear that debt. So I really like this way of doing things. In terms of the practicalities of how this will work, I will now go and make an £8 payment to one called Debt Recovery out of my bank account straight away, and rather than me then trying to withdraw that money further down the line and feed it into my budget like I would do normally, I will instead put this change back into my budget and make a payment there. I do that off camera because I don't have the setup or the organisation to actually show you that, and then the balance reduces down. The one thing I do also do as well, just so I've made a note of it, is just go £8 small change to OCDR, one called Debt Recovery. Now, I do have other smaller debts on the Snowball, but I haven't actually been able to verify if they are currently with the right person, whether my account numbers are correct, whether the balances are correct, whether they still exist, and what the possible minimum payments to them could be. So at the minute, I'm only working a Snowball based on everyone that I'd been able to get in contact with and speak to and get something set up that was affordable and able to be arranged. Like I said, that admin was due to take place last week, and it did not happen, so it will now be pushed back until Christmas time, and that is because I am also teacher training. So whilst I was off on compassionate leave last week, I am now back at work, or back at school, from tomorrow, and then very, very busy between now and the end of term. So I'm going to see you whenever the next video is. I'm not going to make any promises as to when that is. We'll see how I get on and how I feel and what is also going on life-wise. And I will see you all then. If there is anything major that you need to be made aware of, I'll pop it in the community tab, so just keep an eye on that one there. But otherwise, I'll see you all very soon. I'm going to love you and leave you for now. Bye-bye for now.